I don't care.
And we're in there.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Super Desperation Radio! Go!
Hey, welcome to another exciting episode of Desperation Radio.
Got him.
Damn. Almost had
Dude,
it.
not even 5 seconds and you botched it.
I blew it. I freaking blew it.
Diner Restoration Radio.
So check it out. The box intro. I rolled the die. It was a 2.
Nice.
Are we out of the woods? Are we good? That was like the only thing that's gonna.
No,
mess up?
you botched the intro. Like here, you're gonna fuck up again. Oh, that's a 1.
Yo, critical fail.
I'm not even gonna talk in the rest of the episode. How about that?
Also, I'm upset. How come you didn't use that clip of me destroying RJ last night?
Oh yeah, I forgot to record that until premiere. We can do that next week.
That was hilarious.
That was great.
If you're a Mion player, don't fly against Dinosaur. Okay?
Especially if he has 3 bars.
Especially my dinosaur, aka the best dinosaur.
Because he does it. And no matter where you are on the screen, he'll hit you.
Mm-hmm.
And use it against Abe too, because Abe quote doesn't know how that super works.
Everyone says that. I don't know how that super works. Every single person I've hit with it.
You're level 3?
I'm like, dude, it's literally just an anti-air.
Yeah, I know how the level 3 works. I'm good. I play you enough to figure out when you're gonna do it and just jump back.
And now you got these people in training mode, like practicing against dinosaur setups and mix-ups.
Oh god,
they're not gonna do any better now. Watch.
I mean, he's just too good to learn against. You know, like you have a better chance practicing against Athena.
No,
don't think, feel.
It's not that he's too good to learn against. It's I'm too good to learn against.
Oh, it's true. Nobody can emulate your arthritic hand buttons pressing.
No one can.
No one wants to either.
Yeah, these are just the facts of life.
No one can input your dropped inputs.
I thought the facts of life involved Mrs. Garrett.
Yeah.
I mean, he plays dinosaur like Mrs. Garrett.
Like really forgetful?
Oh yeah, he forgets to super cancel like every combo.
Yeah. See, thank you.
Oh, okay.
These dropped inputs of mine. God damn it.
I know if it never forgets to super cancel.
All right, before we start the show, I just want to say, we started the show. Before we get into serious discussion, there was a recent leak earlier this week of Virtua Fighter 6 by one Ed Boon.
Oh my god, don't.
And I have never wanted to, just stuff someone in the toilet and just flush their head like multiple times while there's shit inside the toilet, by the way. I was very upset. I opened up Twitter. I think this was like 4 or 5 days ago, and it's like, hey, early footage of Virtua Fighter 6. I'm like, yo, what? Oh, motherfucker. Ed Boon, huh? Okay.
So what you're trying to tell me is you got by the internet.
Is Ed Boon the internet? Isn't he the toasty guy?
Have you looked at Ed Boon's Twitter? He is definitely the internet.
No, I don't follow him at all.
Oh, no, he's definitely the internet.
Well, shit. God damn it.
But speaking of Ed Boon, the patch notes for MK Update are live now. That comes out tomorrow along with the Steam release of MKXL. And since I haven't played MKX, it's really hard for me to gauge what it's all going to be like, but I noticed that the change in stamina is going to probably be fairly big, because it seems like they changed it so that it always takes more to run or to cancel into. So that's gonna, I would assume that'll hurt like continuous offense. And then if you get hit while in run, it like lops off a huge chunk. So
interesting.
Counter hit.
And there's a bunch of like armor changes. Some moves lost armor. Some moves have armor now. There are new moves.
You know what they should have done is they should have changed the stamina gauge to the Fist of the North Star dash gauge. I think that would have made for a better product as a whole, where you could just
like boost everywhere.
Yeah, just boost in.
That would be crazy.
Mortal Kombat is pretty much ripe for that kind of system mechanic anyway, dude. Like, they might as well just put it in at this point.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'd be down for it.
And then they call it the Sengoku Basara Cross Boost. You know.
Yeah.
Nobody ever says anything about Sengoku Basara Cross, okay, dude?
One
Except
day,
for
man.
you.
One
like
day.
you,
No.
it's like you're still holding out hope that you're just gonna bring back the scene by yourself or something.
No. See, Daryl fills me on this, and he'll tell me later on. Don't say nothing yet because I haven't introduced you yet. But
Thank you. I was
he'll
going
back me
to
up.
say.
He'll back me up on this. I'm not alone. For right now, I'm alone. So give me all your arrows. I'll take them right to the chest. But then in about 30 minutes, I got a buddy to take a bullet for me.
Wait, what?
I don't know. He probably won't.
You tell me right now you don't have someone on the show that'll take a bullet for you?
I mean, I do, but not a Sengoku Basara Cross bullet.
Oh, no, I'm not taking no anime bullets. Have you seen those anime bullets from Roger Rabbit? Woo.
Oh my god, dude. Speaking of
They
anime
come at
bullets,
you?
man, shit.
Yeah.
Anime bullets were flying this weekend, apparently at CEO Otaku. We'll be talking about that later on. But I wanted to say something about, like, this is the second year for CEO Otaku. And obviously people should know what to expect from it as far as, you know, the overall, what would I say, decor goes. And yet people are still shocked that Jabali had a obnoxious homage to otaku lifestyle.
I'm more upset that he had John Cena in the background. Okay?
Yeah, that was more weird than anything. I was like,
Apparently,
what the hell is
that was Justin Wong's John Cena or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Are
so like,
you supposed to send it to Justin?
actually, the story goes that like Justin was supposed to pick up that John Cena statue during CEO proper, and he just didn't. So it was like in the background at this event. I hear that like he's gonna ship it out to Jay Wong sometime soon.
If he doesn't use it for another event.
I mean, whatever event he's gonna run, like.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, get back in the background. You haven't introduced you yet.
Yeah,
Get
I
out
was
of
going
here.
to say, who the hell was that?
Who the hell
Weird.
is Get him out of here.
Voices in my head.
The ghost of Anime Pass.
But we'll talk about this later when we introduce our Anime Pass ghost guy. But I had some issues with it. One huge issue, which we'll get into later, and never do this, people. Just never. You'll see. I'm just gonna bring it up. Everyone's gonna agree with me.
But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit more about some of the other news. Obviously, talked about MKXL. News came out today that people who want to buy the North American version of BBCF are going to get a demo, much like the Japanese did. We don't know exact details on it, but if you pre-order the North American version, digital, obviously, of BBCF for PlayStation 4, starting on October 11th, you're going to have access to a demo, which is cool because I know, excuse me, that some people did want to try to support the North American version, but it's still a month. As it is, I think it'll still be a hard sell because people want to play the new console characters.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what they could do to save it? Add a dub.
I'm not going into the dub. I'm not doing it. I'm not touching it because I don't personally care. I have no skin in that game, as it were.
I only want. They ruined the dub anyways when they nerfed American Ragnus, so it's over. I don't care about it. Yeah. Bitch.
Yeah, man. At least SNK had the good nature to leave King of Dinosaurs with all his classic quotes. His classic quote of "Fuck you." The Iron Sheik of dinosaurs.
Iron Sheik is the human of dinosaurs.
Oh, the human of dinosaurs.
Or the dinosaur of humans.
Dinosaur.
Yeah.
I'm so lost.
King of human dinosaurs.
You'll understand, Paul, when you play KO14, if you ever play it.
If you ever play
it.
I've played it a little bit, but it's just honestly, I was about to say, right now, I barely play. I've been barely able to play fighting games as it is, and there are just so many different ones out now that I actually want to play. I was like, man, the MKXL patch looks neat. Maybe I could finally get that. And then I'm like, well, BBCF. As much as I don't care about BB, I'm like, I might give it a shot. And then Tekken 7 comes out in a couple months, and I'm just and I'm like, and KOF 14 looks cool, and I'm just like, well, I got all these games. Guess I'm just gonna play Guilty Gear. All right.
It happens.
Hey man,
it does.
There are worse fates. I mean, you could totally try to play all those games and then be like, I'm not really having fun in any of them because I'm stretching myself too thin.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want to fall down that road either. But in other news, we had another tournament, ESL 1, which featuring Street Fighter V, went down this weekend in New York. I believe they called
At the
that
Barclays Center, right?
Rumble in the Bronx. Yeah, Barclays Center for the finals. Very cool venue. Very strange programming. They pretty much had a full bracket show up for this thing for Saturday, and they went all the way to grand finals and decided to run the grand finals on Sunday as to cap off to the entire weekend. I don't think they really knew exactly how much time that would take, or how much time it wouldn't take, rather. We've definitely never done something like that before. I mean, it might have made sense if they had done something like, hey, we'll save the grand finals for tomorrow, and by the way, it's a first to 5. You know? It's just kind of weird that you run a 3 out of 5 grand finals on a separate day, and then it's like right in front of CS:GO.
Well, I think that's just how ESL runs things in general.
It is. I just think that maybe their programming model didn't adjust for FGC stuff, because obviously if it's CS:GO, they're like, okay, the brackets are over, now we're gonna run the final match, but a final match for CS:GO can take forever, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas a final match for Street Fighter V can probably take 3 minutes. It's a programming nightmare. I like the idea. I like the idea of saving like a main event for the Sunday. I like that, but you got to give people more than a grand finals, or at least you got to give them more than 3 out of 5. You got to give them something like a gauntlet, you know, an endurance.
Or you can just give them a whole top 8.
Or you can give them a whole top 8. I don't see a reason to change that formula. It might have been a scheduling thing, because a top 8 can take like 3 hours. Maybe they didn't have that time. Find it hard to believe that they didn't, but you know.
Either way, it's just weird having an entire tournament play out in one day and then saving one match for the following day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that really necessary?
I would say what it also hurt was that a lot of people who were there were probably there to watch CS:GO, and they kind of got, you know, I won't say they got shanghaied into watching Street Fighter V or something, but they definitely were like, oh, what the hell, man? Like, why even put it on TV? If they put a top 8 on there, at least there'd be like some kind of like, you know, consistency. There'd be like some kind of like, you know, there's time put in there. They could like watch several matches and decide if they want to keep watching this or not, versus just having grand finals and being like, I have no frame of reference as to what's going on here. There's these 2 guys fighting, and now it's over. And one guy walked away with $17,000, I think. I don't know.
How long did grand finals go on?
The match itself, I can't imagine it was more than 5 minutes. There was some break. Actually, no, they did insert some commercial breaks in there after like 2 matches, or two sets. So maybe they artificially extended its time by doing that. And that's also bad too, because you know, you don't want no long ass commercial break in between, you know, your last, you know, set to reset the bracket.
Well, it wasn't a commercial break, wasn't it? Just James and David discussing the match, like what's going on.
I mean, I would call that a commercial break, but yeah, that's basically.
Well, yeah, it's a break, and it's something you shouldn't. So if you're doing it in between sets, I understand, but if you're doing it in between a match, like it's 3 out of 5. Every 2 matches, they took a break,
which means,
and I don't get that.
It's going to be off balance that way, right? You're going to, and what it say, like one guy wins 2 matches, then another guy wins 2 matches, and then the other guy wins and it resets the bracket. First match of the bracket reset takes a fucking break again. You know, it's just like, well, what?
Yeah, it made no sense.
It just breaks it up way too unnecessarily. So I think that next time they should definitely run top 8 on the Sunday, or maybe it's time for somebody to start venturing into the concept of marquee matchups. And instead of having an open tournament, which, you know, it's cool, we live and die off of it, but for ESL, if they're pressed for time and they want the heavy hitters out the gate, they should probably do an invitational.
Invitational would be good. The problem is people are going to complain when X player didn't get invited, or why they themselves didn't get invited.
Let them complain.
It's got to be a play-in thing.
Let them complain. Like people complain in like boxing all the time about certain somebody not being on pay-per-view. You know,
boxing is rigged.
Well,
I mean, that's true these days.
Yeah.
What I was going to say though is that, and it's something that some tournaments have done is, well, they'll just do top 4. Top 4 could have worked.
I think that would have worked perfectly.
So,
like, I think that's the
I don't
perfect
know.
compromise for some. Like, we've obviously compromised within our own scene with top 4 instead of top 8 because we were either pressed for time or there weren't that many people that showed up, whatever, right? At least you got the top 4. And in some cases at EVO, you got top 3. Virtua Fighter 5 at EVO 2012, it's got top 3. I don't even know how the hell they pulled that off. No, they didn't do grand finals. I think they did. Yeah, I guess it was top 4. They called it top 3 for some reason. They're weird.
but
Top 3 because 4 players are playing for the top 3 spots?
Yeah, something like that. That's still top
So
4.
I think no, it's still top 4, but technically it's top 3 at the same time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Anyway, so we've done that before, is what I'm saying. So like, it's not like they don't have a reference for like for that kind of compromise. I guess they expected more from the grand finals than grand finals normally delivers. You know, I mean, at least Momochi to get steamrolled. That would have been terrible.
You mean like Xiaohai did that first set?
Hey, at least he did some damage. I was trying to make the guy feel bad.
I like that. Did he?
I was trying to make
See,
him
the
feel
problem
better
was
about it.
that first set, Xiaohai was
Dude,
still
he
playing
looked so
KOF.
sad after that, dude.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Was the steamrolling as bad as apparently I heard KOF finals was at CO Taco?
Yeah, I don't know. which one's
No, it was worse.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like, Momochi didn't even look like he knew how to play the fucking matchup.
Ew.
Yeah.
No, Xiaohai looked like he did not play the matchup. Momochi was just crushing Xiaohai that first set. Xiaohai couldn't get any momentum. Like, at all. And he didn't start. He won the first match after. So, Momochi was set 3-0, and then he won another game, making it 4-0, and then I think Xiaohai won his first game there. And then they both, alternated games from that point on.
How many games did they play?
They played 6 games. No, not
Okay.
6.
He
3,
was
4,
getting-
5, 6, 7, 8 games total.
Okay.
Xiaohai
Right.
was like doing stuff that like I guess Momochi was just like, okay, like he's just gonna, I wouldn't say he was flailing, but maybe he thought, all right, this guy is maybe at the end of his rope, so I'll kind of let him hang himself. And then Momochi just never jumped off the ledge, you know? So he looked really sad though. Shout outs to Xiaohai for winning though.
Yeah, you can follow Xiaohai on Twitter now.
Can
Man
you?
has a Twitter.
The man has a Twitter after winning ESL. I respect it.
Yeah, he has a Twitter, and you can go follow him. His Twitter account, I believe, is Xiaohai _, right? Let me check. Oh, I definitely followed him.
Somebody posted that in chat and they got banned for it.
Yeah, so it's his Twitter is Xiaohai _. I'll put it in chat. I won't get banned for it.
Okay, but yeah, so good, big ups to Xiaohai. He was definitely all right. So I'm just gonna say this now, and I'll stop talking about it. You guys can go on with everything about it, but he was definitely my pocket's pick to do damage, possibly make top 4 at CBT finals. It's looking pretty good right now.
You know, congratulations to Xiaohai, but the MVP was Commander Jesse. That man,
Yeah, you got top
he
8.
was taking people out left and right.
A lot of people were
and-
wondering if Japan just didn't have experience with Dawson, because some of the stuff that people were getting hit by was just like, yeah, man, like if you press a button right now, of course you're gonna get hit by the fireball. Like he would throw out the arcing fireball, and then like I forget who was playing against him. It might have been, was it Haitani? I don't know. But like people were just like, this person just couldn't help but like press a button against it, and then they just pushed themselves back into the fireball. It was just like, come on, dude, that was like very obvious.
Are we? I mean, can we really even say people don't have experience against this character at this point?
I don't know. I don't see any Dawsons in Japan. Like I see Nakali's, I see Ken's, I see Ryu's, Nash's. Obviously Fudo has Mika, but I don't see.
But these are like the upper echelon of players supposedly.
That's true.
This isn't this isn't you going to your local 20-man tournament and being like, man, never saw that character before.
So you think it's maybe something like they had seen so many Dawsons that they were just like, whatever, it's not that big of a deal? Because there's no upper echelon Dawson. Because I mean,
you know, it could be.
It could be like, because I literally don't see Dawson's like on Daigo's show, on Daigo's stream. Don't see anybody playing Dawson there. I think Tokido messed with Dawson for a little bit, but he decided to ultimately opt for Ryu. And so, and I'm not saying Commander Jesse totally skunked him on like lack of match knowledge. Like he was just playing really fucking good.
Well, lack of knowledge or not, he just beat the shit out of him. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Like I don't care when people say, oh, you know, they don't have that, you know, matchup knowledge. That's their fault.
Yeah.
That's not like that has nothing to do with anything. Like Jesse beat the crap out of him with a character that's in the game that they should be prepared for.
Here's the other thing: Jesse didn't just beat the crap out of him. Like he played solid and he didn't give up. And there were several times, one specifically, where like he was pretty much on the ropes and like. Even like everybody had pretty much counted him out, and he was like, "You know what? I'm just gonna keep doing what I was doing a second ago, and let's see if it works out." And it did. So the ability to come back because you know you trust in your own abilities, like the guy's good.
Yeah.
Well, and Jesse's been grinding it out ever since this game came out, so maybe he's just that good.
I mean, maybe it just all clicked for him, you know? Like he's been definitely killing it at Wednesday night fights from last I heard.
I think, Paul, are you trying to say that practice makes perfect?
I'm saying practice tends to make you pretty damn good.
Yeah, he is pretty.
I wouldn't know anything about practice though,
yeah.
so I can only guess at it.
Yeah. So good, big ups for him. But obviously, actually no, there is one more tournament that occurred. Rumble in the Tundra in Buffalo, New York, which showcased KOF 14 as the main event. And I must apologize to them because we did start streaming in the middle of their top 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was rude of you.
That was a little bit rude of us. But I wanted to play and I wanted to stream, so you know.
Gotta make that Twitch dollar.
Gotta make the Twitch dollars, you know. Team Chaos from the SoCal actually went up there and did some damage from last I heard.
Team Chaos from the SoCal went up to Buffalo, New York. Yes.
The Southern California. So I think a couple people will be surprised for that, especially with CO Taku running a KOF 14 tournament. But East Coast has been doing a lot of groundwork for KOF 14 in terms of promotion and having just weekly and monthly tournaments. So I guess they felt like that was the more solid bet for them. And I mean, it looked pretty entertaining from what I saw. I didn't get to catch all of it because obviously we started streaming in the middle of it. But the previous day, their matches were, you know, really solid. We got to see TC Yoshi go up there and pretty much have a lot of fun, even though I think he had a little bit of a time with that one guy that I forget his name, but his Athena was kind of real.
Was it Pueblo?
No, it wasn't Pueblo. It was a local from New York, from last I remember.
Oh. The only local name I remember seeing on there for top 8 was Commander Steve.
Oh, Coach Steve?
Coach Steve, yeah.
Yeah, Coach Steve is real in this game.
Commander Steve.
Coach Steve is real in this game. I like it.
Is he realer than Hell Pockets?
No, nobody's realer than Hell Pockets. No one won't do. Nobody does multiple supers back to back like I do.
I mean, there's.
I mean,
Sanchez.
you're right.
I mean,
No, Sanchez, me.
No, you guys totally doubt yourselves. I don't doubt anything.
I don't doubt it. I just do it. I just screw up the inputs because I'm bad.
For whatever reason, it works for me. No, but yeah. So Rumble in the Tundra did its thing, and those guys, kick, punch, block, and Bifuteki. Shout out to those guys for giving us a great show, at least for Saturday, as far as I'm concerned. And then, of course, we had. I mean, do you guys want to talk about Treta? I think we can save that for later because that's more of a 2-part blow up.
Well, I didn't watch it. All I know about it is what you tweeted about.
Yeah,
so.
I'm still investigating it too, honestly, because I have not the information that we do have on it is weird at best. But we have CEO Otaku, and here to help us out with that, if he's been paying attention the whole time, is our good buddy DJ Cream, proprietor of Anime Evo.
And the Mevo.
Anime. Is he talking?
What's up, guys?
What's up, man? Welcome officially back to Super Desperation Radio. for the third time.
Yeah, totally. Thanks for having me on at like hella late notice.
This is like, I think you're the most used guest.
Yeah, man.
I think we got a separate.
Really? I think so.
Yeah, I don't think we got anybody else. Before you, it would be Breaker Dave, and yeah, because we had Breaker Dave on a couple of times to talk about Unio.
Man, you honestly, you guys should be like inviting Breaker Dave and maybe even LK whenever BBCF drops. Like they'll give you really good information about that game.
We can have them on arguing about it again.
Yep.
I mean, I really tune in for, but
I mean, it was pretty entertaining the first time. I can't lie.
That was fucking hilarious.
'Cause we didn't even have to do anything.
No, we just
Those
kinda
are the
like
best shows, man.
We just let them talk.
No, definitely those are the best shows. I hate doing stuff.
so yeah, CEO Taco happened this weekend, and I'm still here at the venue. Pretty much just chilling until my flight for tomorrow. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys got any questions, like, you know,
Well, what was it like? How'd you enjoy yourself? You go in there, and the first thing you see is what?
First thing I see is big lobby, and I'm like, where is the ballroom? You get to the ballroom, it's like, yo, this is mad legit, because there's like a lot of open space for pools and casuals. Like, I could play casuals for like Aquapaza, Nitro Plus, and like all these other smaller games like all day, and I don't have to be like that dude just being hella lonely at the station waiting for somebody to come up and play.
That is pretty nice, actually.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's the one thing I noticed about CEO. Oh, by the way, it's actually my first CEO event. Like, I haven't gone to proper or the first CEO talk like last year. So yeah, I went in with like, you know, small expectations, because like, it's an anime tournament. It might be like an anime con environment. It kind of was, but it's also really friendly and really well put together and timely ran. So I am very impressed, and I give this tournament like really high marks.
Yeah, Jabeli runs really good events. I don't think a lot of people give him credit for just like they like the way it looks on stream and how cool it looks in pictures, but when you're there, like, stuff is just like really, you know, tight and put together. There's very few hiccups in terms of scheduling, at least from my experience. So it's good to know CEO Taku runs pretty much the same as CEO proper.
Yeah, like all the stations were like clearly labeled, like this, like these TVs are strictly reserved for Aquapaza or Melty Blood, and you just see people just gravitate. Like if that's their game and they want to play it, like they'll be gravitating all over that table for, you know, X amount of hours.
They had TVs for Melty Blood? I thought we only did that on laptops in the parking lot.
Giving you guys the
See, like there's not enough laptops and trash cans to contain Melty Blood.
Oh man!
You know what? I wish they would actually have had Melty Blood finals in the pool. Just a laptop on a raft, 2 people in rafts with sticks. That's grand finals.
Well, the cool thing is, like, I'm not sure how well it was shown on stream, but like, okay, so here's the story about this. On Friday night, a lot of people within like their own communities were like, hey, let's have team tournaments. So on stream, you saw the 3v3 Guilty Gear team tournament and I believe BBCF team tournament in the hotel, like in the hotels, like way after those exhibitions. Like we're talking like midnight, 1 a.m. The Melty community ran like a 3v3 of their own, and Jabeli walked in out of nowhere and was like, "Hey guys, what's good?" And then we were just like shooting the breeze, and like someone mentions like, "Yo, we should actually play like grand finals on like an actual trash can." And then Jabeli like thought about it. He's like, "Let me try something." So yeah, I'm not sure. Clearly, it was seen on Sunday, but Jabeli actually had like put a monitor on top of a trash can and just let Top 8 rock on top of that.
Oh my god!
Jeez, that's classic.
He'll do that kind of stuff though, especially if you tell him to do it. He's like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Oh man, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like I know that obviously there. I imagine everybody once they got out there, all that shit before the show pretty much went away. Like people wondering why KOF was there and whatnot. I'm pretty sure after people watched it play out, it just wasn't even a big deal or anything like that. Hopefully.
Yeah, well, King of Fighters is also really fun to watch. Like, seeing Kiame. Well, I'll talk about him later. But like, just seeing him like just show this entire tournament scene. Like, yo, verse is a problem to some people.
No, yeah, I definitely watched that. That was funny. Like,
yeah, like what to do with stand with armor.
I mean, they just. There's definitely something to be said about people not seeing certain things from certain characters. Obviously, everybody knew that he had those moves, but they were just like, well, who's going to use them competently?
What's the application for it?
Yeah, and so he applied them competently, and they were like, oh, that's actually kind of strong. Usually a lot of people, when they get knocked down in the corner, the first thing they do is block. And so he just throws out the freaking grab. He's a problem. He's scary. Not as scary as my Nelson, but he's scary.
Shut up.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe if you flew out, you could have done something.
Jeez.
Like Lost in Grand Theft.
I wanted
You're my
to.
man and all. You're fucking. You're awesome, but you need to fucking calm down sometimes. You know that?
Hey, my Nelson's nice. Is all I'm saying.
I got your back, so that means I could take out the back of your knee.
With a baseball bat.
Gonna kneecap me like that in front of the guests? Damn, that's cool.
Quick question: since you're stayed a day later, to try and get some Orlando, and is anybody else still there too, or are you pretty much just by yourself?
Yo, legit, like it's like me and one other like NorCal dude who had the same idea. So else just cut out. They're like, "Yep, we've seen enough of Orlando."
Oh yeah, you get tired of that shit real quick, man. When the event ain't going down, you're like, "Huh? What else is there to do around here?" Crickets.
Here's the thing: like in hindsight, I should have booked like the extra day, on like Thursday instead of Monday, because at least there's still people like around the area at like 12 and 1 that really want to play games and stuff. Like right now, I have nothing better than talking to you guys right now.
Oh wow, we're the contingency.
That's rough, man. That's rough. I was really surprised though that I saw people getting in like fairly early Thursday, and I was like, but the tournament doesn't start till Saturday.
Yeah,
Okay.
like Friday. Like Friday's not even the start of like the tournament. It's just like fun exhibitions here and there, and nothing really too serious. And then people are just like coming out in droves, be like, dude, we're just so excited to go play like all these games that not a lot of people are playing.
No, yeah, that's always cool. I mean, I know that for like East Coast tournaments classically have always showcased a ton of games that weren't like at a lot of the other majors, and so CEO Otaku kind of just like separates those excess games into their own thing, which is great. Was Blade Arcus there? I never got to ask that.
Yeah, Blade Arcus had an exhibition. It was like an 8-man. I want to say tournament, but I didn't really pay attention because my pools were around the same time.
I'm just surprised there's 8 people that played Blade Arcus in America.
Well, it's apparently getting a U.S. release, isn't it now?
Yeah, on Steam.
I mean,
or something?
the U.S. release was already out.
It's out.
I believe so.
Is it on Steam?
Yeah,
yet?
on Steam.
Oh.
It also has Netflix, so yeah,
Holy
definitely check it out.
crap! I need to check that
Does
out.
it have the DLC character too?
Yes.
Wow, it's the best version.
Yeah, I was like,
Are you telling me Sega didn't fuck up for once? That's amazing.
Well, see, I don't think Sega's released it. Like, I think it was done through somebody else.
Let me
Yeah,
check.
it's done by a company called Dejica Games. They brought out a bunch of other, indie titles, usually like RPG Maker RPGs. But they really stuck their neck out to bring over not only Blade Arcus but Koihime Embu, and that game is
yeah,
also
that's
really
right.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh wow, there's even a demo for Blade Arcus that you can go play.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get on top of this, man.
We're losing Chris back to Sega.
Oh, dude.
They're back.
Bury me with my
They're not back until Virtua Fighter 6 is out.
Sega being back isn't like EG being back.
Wow.
I wish, man. I wish. No, I mean, I'm obviously I've been like half in, half out on this game, so I guess there's finally no excuse. And it's not like Eunice is out or anything like that, so what else am I gonna do?
God, I really wish it was out.
Yeah.
Want unit. Like a lot of people are super jaded right now. They're like, we really like. I talked to a lot of people, and they're like, "Man, we really want to keep supporting like but nobody's throwing us a bone to like keep us like motivated to keep playing."
I mean,
Yeah.
I can't blame them because like there's just something when a new game comes out in Japan, you're kind of expected to be okay. We're going to be behind for a certain amount of time, and then we're going to get our chance to catch up. But Unit is just like constantly on that, play whatever you got version.
Yeah.
Be happy this
That's
exists
kind of
at all.
been, like that's kind of like the French bred tradition because like being a longtime multiplayer, like Jesus, I don't even remember how long it took me to like actually play a PC port of Melty Blood Actress Again Current Code. Like it must have took like 4 years from like the original arcade release to finally get ported to PC, and even then the only way to get it legally was to go to Comic Cat one year, buy an anime Blu-ray special edition, and then go through like, anti-piracy software that was like cracked in like 2 days.
Good stuff.
That's pretty awful, man. I mean, and they've got a publisher like Arxis now working with them, and it's just.
I hope that they're not just because they're publishing. I hope they're not just like throwing them the wayside because it's not like their brainchild so much.
Yeah.
But, I don't really know how that
it
works.
It might be because we definitely saw that with Chaos Code. Like Chaos Code finally getting some kind of update. We don't know what. It's on PS4. Is it going to have net play? We don't know.
Actually, so like I'm actually a really big fan of Chaos Code. Like I think it's a really fun game. So the last time I actually heard news about Chaos Code was in January, where they actually had a press conference in Taiwan. I believe like Taiwan Games Expo or something, where like they were saying, yeah, we were aiming for a summer release, and it will have like Lee and Lapinus, like arcade exclusive characters in it, and then they were aiming to put like net play in there. So summer is officially gone, and I really want to play Chaos Code.
I mean, I do too, and and if they release it on PS4, I think there's more likely a chance of me doing that. It's just like, fuck, man. Throw me a bone here.
I assume it's coming soon.
Yeah. It's coming soon, like PSO2 is.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm still looking at that website. By the way,
Don't be like that.
Don't worry,
they take down the website. As long as if they ever took down the website, I would not be mad anymore. But they won't take down the freaking website.
You should start an online petition for them to take down the website.
Stop torturing me, please. It's rude.
Like not even the petition to actually release the game here is worthless. Just have them take down the website.
Oh my god. Chaos Code or the new Last Guardian. Jeez. It is the new Last Guardian. Damn, that's correct. That's crazy. So yeah, no, it's cool that you guys got to do that, and I mean, I kind of hope West Coast gets a little show like that, because we definitely dig the poverty status stuff out here.
Yeah, well, on that note, one of the announcements that Jabali made for Access Games is they actually announced dates for Anime Ascension, which is a anime tournament ran by the Access people. So it's gonna happen around, I believe, February 17, 18. It's a 2-day tournament in that like vicinity weekend. I don't remember the exact dates. I just know it's like a week after my birthday. So yeah, like I really want to go this year because like they really want to connect with other companies to actually bring up other games outside from like, Guilty Gear, BlazBlue, Persona, the games that they actually produce. So yeah, like I hope that they at least band up with Xseed like last year to bring over Nitro Plus blasters and maybe some more titles. Like, I haven't been in contact with them formally, but I would definitely like to reach out to them to see how can I help with this future endeavor. So yeah.
I mean, you definitely run the biggest outfit for anime side tournaments in the country, so I think that has some pull with it. Say, hey, I'm Anime Evo. I think they would accept that kind of help. That's cool though. I mean, obviously, when NorCal Regionals comes around, we'll be having. Like, do you have any plans for that already? Like another suite? I'm sorry, dude. I just can't wait to have another bootleggers convention. That's basically what I'm getting at.
So yeah, like word has definitely spread about my bootlegger convention. I've like, I've like ran into so many people like drinking in like hotel rooms. They're like, "Yo, Daryl, is it true what they say about NorCal Regionals?"
Well, they don't understand that it's really godlike over there. Everyone's like, "Oh, I don't know about NCR," and it's like, "Nah, dude, bootleggers convention. NCR's a front." And everybody's playing games.
Everybody's got a brew, man. That's like what's crazy about it. Like everybody shows up has a different like blend of some shit.
Even I made something. I don't even
you
drink.
don't even drink. I was like, wow, it's like the best drink here.
It's like, I hope it's good. All right, guys, drink. And they're like,
gone in
yeah,
20
booze. Booze mixed with Surge.
But yo, like because it's Surge, you get that retro 90s bite into your drink. Like it makes it feel like you're tasting 8-bit fucking pudding greens.
Real poverty status. We don't got updates to this drink for 20 years.
Oh damn! Does that mean next time it's gonna have Crystal Pepsi?
No, I don't have any, so we're SOL on that.
It's gonna have orange Fanta. You got plenty of that. I seen your trunk.
That's only sometimes when I roll up. Okay.
No, you guys are wrong. It's gonna have Arizona in it. And it's gonna have Arnold Palmer, just to be specific.
Arnold Palmer?
Yep, thank you. You understand that.
I'll just make a Long Island iced tea.
How can I not know?
I'll just make a Long Island and then just add half lemonade to it. That probably won't work.
So I
don't know how to make. I don't know how to add Arizona to alcohol, like to cocktails. It sounds just like a bad idea.
What you do is you take the Arizona and then you mix it with the alcohol.
Well, I guess you're right.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, there's nothing really special like technique.
But I just feel like it would taste like shit.
It will. That's the thing. Mixed drinks aren't supposed to taste good sometimes. They're supposed to remind you why you don't drink.
Ah.
I like that. And then Walkman's eyes were open to the truth.
He was like, "Oh, that's a good idea."
Well, I mean, On the Green was a hit, so maybe that was the problem because it disappeared in like 5 seconds.
On the Green is a problem. Like, there will definitely be many people that don't know what they're getting into. Just like Gate Guardian, just like X Factor, just like the Pandora shot from Dragon Lounge. Ugh.
I've heard stories of the Pandora shot.
Dude, it is like the worst thing you'll ever drink in your life. Like worse than motor oil. And it's
I would never drink motor oil.
Yeah, it's required. See, I took one of those shots a couple of years ago when we played that first to 5 at Dragon Lounge. Like that's part of the rules is you take 3 drinks and a Pandora shot, and then you can play. You drink like 3 bottles of water, and I think you might have ate a bag of Doritos or something.
I had a bag of Doritos.
Yeah, which must have tasted terrible after all the water.
Oh yeah.
So
that was bad.
I was
then
at a
I proceeded to
disadvantage,
stomp you, right? Oh yeah, you were a horse head because you got your ass beat.
Yes, I
and
yeah.
Your voice
next time. Anyway, Daryl. So overall, what would you rate CEO Otaku?
Yeah, like wait, so like the actual tournament or like the whole experience?
Let's split it up. Let's go with just the actual tournament first.
Okay, so like tournament, I would probably give it like not perfect score, like not a perfect score because there was like a lot of TO problems in terms of like, I mean, well, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It's like there was volunteer issues, like people would just like flake on like running tournaments, so a lot of things like were not really ran clean, but that's kind of like an issue on people like flaking, you know. That wasn't a thing on like CEO.
Like just not showing up the pools and stuff.
Well, not just like people who like volunteer to be like, yes, I want to run this bracket to help out my community, and then don't show up.
Oh, that sucks.
Like there was a lot of TOs. There was a lot of TOs who pulled like double or even triple duty, and like fucking shout out to those guys. Like you guys are like the real MVPs of the tournaments because like without people running brackets, we just have like people like waiting around TVs. Like I don't know when to play, man. That's kind of boring.
It's almost like an online tournament.
So yeah, like the tournament, like the tournaments themselves, like shoot, I really want to make them sound cool, but yeah, like we just need like more people who are like super dedicated to like not like sacrifice like actually playing stuff to actually like run stuff.
No, I hear that definitely. Like, and that's not an easy thing to ask for either.
Yeah, like shit. Like when I run Anime Evo, like I don't play a single game. Like I'm too busy tied down to like a clipboard or with paper brackets and stuff, trying to make sure everything runs on time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Whenever I run a bracket or something like that, I just concede myself to running the most successful bracket I can, as opposed to getting my play, as well. So I'm just like, all right, fuck it, take me out.
I think that's why I never can do judging, because I'm usually in a pool, and like the only time I've ever done judging at Evo was when I was actually in my pool, and they were just like, "Hey, this dude that's running your pool just went somewhere. We can't find him. You got to do it." And I'm like, "All right, I won't even say anything about it." This was years ago, so the statute of limitations is up. But
like this is not even like a problem with the anime FGC. Like this is a problem with like big events.
like,
to be
yeah,
honest.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, people just have too many things going on. No, and I don't want to get on the soapbox before it's even Evo season, but obviously it's just not enough in it for the judge.
Yeah,
You know, it's kind of hard to tell somebody, hey, take some time out of your what's amounting to your vacation to do some free work for me. That I'll probably look you up with some food and give you a shout out and whatnot, and ask you to come back and do some more help next year. And it's a great foot in the door for people who want to help out at tournaments. But at the same time, like if you're just like if you're looking to chill and have a good time at a tournament, the last thing you probably want to do is judge.
Yeah, and then like judges who don't know how to deal with like drama. It's like you like put somebody like let's say you this is your first time like TOing something, and then you were like, man, this fool hasn't shown up in like 30 minutes. I'm just gonna like DQ him and put him on losers. Then he shows up like 5 minutes later. Is like, yo, where am I in the brackets? Then you're in this like you're put into this like really bad position. Be like, I got to put you on losers, man, dude. My bad.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's
fools shouldn't even be like apologizing for fools who are showing up late. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, not at all, not at all.
That's when you throw the icy hot on your balls and you start screaming at him, dude. Like, you fucking, I can't handle that shit right now. Look, buddy, if you were that concerned about what you're playing, you might as well show up to your fucking goddamn position. You know, just be at the DMV and be like, "Yo, I'm here finally. You called my number like 3 numbers ago. Am I cool?" No.
Get the fuck out
or like fools who like leave like in the middle of the tournament and like not tell you where you're going.
Yeah.
Like, the miscommunication among players to TO is like really gets on my damn nerves.
The best one is when they be like, "Yo, I'm playing another game, so I'll be right back." And you're like, "Okay." And then like they come back and play their next match, but they don't tell you they're going back to play the other game or when they'll be late. So you're just like, "All right, this is an arbitrary time." And then like I can't tell exactly how long you'll be gone or how many matches you're playing, but you need to have someone check in with me, or you need to check in yourself, because you got to tell you that your other bracket. I'm playing in another game as well. You got to help me out. That's your job. If I DQ you because you weren't, over communicate, never under communicate. That's the best thing you can do.
And you got to make friends with people in your pool. Tell them
like
where
straight
they're gonna
up, I'm very vocal when it comes to like starting off tournaments, because like I think it's common practice now to be like, all right, before I start my pool, I'm gonna do a roll call to make sure even fools are even here, so I could be like pull them to the side like while they're waiting, like, dude, this is your situation. I want to let you know that this is happening. So yeah, I feel like if TOs are more engaged with the players, go on.
Oh, I was gonna say the worst has always been the people who decide they're gonna go eat.
Oh yeah, hey, I'm gonna go eat.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Yeah, sure, why not? And then they go out for like 2 or 3 hours.
Motherfucker, that house of prime rib and everything.
Yeah, he's like, if I go eat, I meant I was gonna have a 9-course meal. Why'd you DQ me? Fuck you, dude.
If I go eat, I mean I was catching an Uber into the city.
Yeah, what?
Man. I mean, it's not entirely their fault sometime on that too, because sometimes you want to go eat, and if you're in Sacramento where we're at, it's like, hey, well, I hope you order the pizza, brother. Like,
dude, you're waiting until the end of the tournament,
basically,
because there's nothing to eat.
And then you're just eating.
Unless you get somebody like somebody goes and picks food up for you. It's the only way you're eating.
They got the restaurant over there that'll hook you up, but otherwise, yeah. At the end of the day, you're just sitting at the bar with everybody else trying to get some nachos. So
Another good thing to do when you're TOing is just yell at people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just yell, like legit yell at them like you're going to murder them. And
Yo, legit.
Cause look, seriously, if I was just like, if I'm a TO and I'm just like, hey guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get something to eat. You think that's gonna fucking fly? You're telling like they wouldn't go to the like organizer, the whole tournament organizer, and just be like, this guy just fucking walked off, you know?
That's definitely
I would get flagged like a motherfucker. But if you want to play and you decide to walk off, why should I treat you any differently? You know?
No, yeah.
Holy shit.
Definitely. Just don't take that shit at all.
All right, guys. Just text me who won, and I'm gonna go take a nap. Fucking, I'll update the bracket later.
You know what? The best thing you can do too is if you don't know the person who's running your pool and they don't know you, be as helpful as possible, because then they will remember you and they will know to be looking out for you, so that you won't randomly get DQ'd or something like that. If you're like helping try to find people for your pool, they're going to know that you're the person who's actively trying to help, and they're just going to be like, oh, okay, I know who that person is now because I've seen them a lot. It goes a long way.
And these days, there's really no excuse for bailing on your pool when every pool is like 16 man at most. They don't do anything bigger than that. Back when I used to run pools consistently, we had, there was that Evo where we were all doing like 100 some odd man brackets. That shit was fucking awful.
The big bracket?
Yeah. And holy shit, I was just yelling at everybody. People were mad at me. I was threatening them. They did not step up to me because I was threatening them. It was great. And then the following year, I was like, yeah, let's do this KOF 13 shit. And I was yelling at all my friends.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, we're going to go eat. And, I just started just getting mad. Watch me run a tournament. You want to see me mad? Just let me run a tournament. Don't be on time. That shit pisses me off. There's no excuse for a player to not be there on time. Like, here's my thing with it, too. Even if, no matter what the reason is, you're late. You're late. If I put you into losers because you weren't there for your match, if you're not there for roll call, whatever, you get some extra time. If you're not there for your match, when it's your match, that's it. You're DQ'd no matter what. Like, I don't care if you got into a car accident. I don't care if, the alarm didn't wake you up in the morning. Or, hey, if, you were out having dinner with Justin Wong and the president. You need shit. You're getting sent to losers.
Wait, you're out there eating with Justin and Sanford?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Okay, just checking.
But yeah,
gotta make sure.
It's stupid. Like, people just don't like being DQ'd for any reason. And that's one of the reasons why I like Cap One running brackets. He doesn't give a shit who you are.
Yeah.
He will he's put me into losers twice. And I was like, hey, I was like 5 minutes away. He's like, well, you should have been here 5 minutes sooner. I'm like, thank you. I like you. That was great. Cap One is the bracket god.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, if anyone ever tells you they're the best TO, they're the best at running brackets, if their name isn't Cap One, they're lying to you.
I mean, that's like the only thing I would agree with. Like, Cap One is definitely the best bracket runner I've ever seen.
And he keeps a cool head. He doesn't even have to get mad at you or anything. He's like, hey.
He's like, well,
he just
that's your fault.
treats it matter of factly. He's like, yep, you were late. You got DQ'd. I don't know.
So what was your story again? You were 5 minutes out? All right. Well, there you go. That's the answer. Fuck you.
Your story is you weren't here when I called you, so...
No, yeah, see, and that's all that matters. You were not there. Deal with it. That's your. It's your. Like, you have to deal with not being there. It's not. Yeah. They're not going to wait for you. They shouldn't wait for you. Especially at a major event. Goddamn.
But kind of going back to CO Otaku, okay, while the tournament was not without some flaws, how did you feel about the whole experience?
I mean, okay, so, like, one, I despise Florida weather with a passion.
That's because the state sucks. Continue.
But so that's a minus point. The experience itself is like, all right, cool. So, friggin' from morning until, like, let's say, like, the venue opens like the venue closes super late, like midnight. Like that's anime con hours. Like,
yeah,
that's super good. So people were just like in the ballroom, air conditioned, all that good stuff. Like, you can actually feel the air conditioning, which is great. So, like, obviously I have low standards, and this is like surpassing all of them by miles. But yeah, like, seeing all these stations, fantastic. Artist Alley, fantastic. Like, I've seen so many fools like open up their wallets just for, like, plushies and pins and prints. Like one of my dudes, like Wolf, this artist from like Louisiana, this fool was selling Dockies. Like, bruh. Damn.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Good on you, Eric.
Yeah, and Chanel from like NorCal, like she does like the illustrations for she called the CEO Otaku mascot. Like she was there and stuff as well. So like seeing all these talented artists like in one place, like dude, yeah, I would like to buy a my Docky or a my print or all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, that was perfect. Let's see what else happened. Like a bunch of fools I know want to go play card games. We just randomly found like a bunch of tables. We just played like freaking card games, and you know the venue was cool. We were like, hey, I ain't gotta stop you. Go have fun, man. That's a plus right there. And obviously after hours, that's where fools get real wild. One, there's a pool right here in between like the actual like tournament ballroom and where all the hotels are. So that's tight because at night, like fools are cool off, hit the pool, we're in there.
Wait, did you guys get narked on by the police?
No, I wasn't in any of those. Like, if there was those kind of situations, I avoided that shit like the plague. Like, I managed to not get caught up in that.
Okay.
If it happened, like, I don't know.
That's good.
I don't know if cops were ever called.
Last time we were at CEO, they definitely pulled the cops on us like around 1 a.m. So at the pool. That was where that was where that false story of somebody shitting in the pool came from.
Wasn't it you that shit in the pool?
No, I just put my face in it. In the pool.
I will say this. Like secured, like a lot of us, like especially like West Coast fools, like right now is like what 7 o'clock over at West Coast right now.
7:30. Yeah.
Dude, it's like 10 over here. I am wired. I'm like super wired right now. Like,
you still on that Pacific time right now?
Of course, dude. Like, I was still trying to find melting matches at like 4 a.m.
Damn.
And then
That
like
crap,
yeah,
man.
I would be running into people like, you know, just like wandering outside the hotels, like trying to find games as well, and we'd just be like talking and stuff. But like, and then like let's say, like hotel security comes up, be like, "Yo, you gotta go back to your rooms, man." Like, dude, what's wrong with you, dude? Like, we're just trying to chill.
Yeah, man, it's a good venue, but I can also feel Jabali when he's like, I think we need to move somewhere bigger because it's definitely outgrowing like that little space.
I don't know, dude. Like for CEO Otaku, I think it's like it's
perfect for CEO
perfect
Otaku
size.
for sure, man. But imagine like CEO where it's like 5 times as many people there, and they're all in the same hotel, and people are out, and there's like 3 times as many people out at that pool, which is probably why we got narked on. And there's less places to eat because you know everybody else is sitting somewhere else. Seats are taken up already, so you got to go like, oh, by the way, if you're bored tonight, there's like an awesome like all night place like area down at least like 2 miles south from where you're at.
Where
yo
DM me the deets, dude.
Yo, I will, man. They got this place called like Tin Roof or some shit. It's legit. Got like live bands there and stuff.
But is there a cat on this tin roof? And is this tin roof hot?
I'm gonna just mute you right now. Yeah.
So yeah, like another thing I like about this venue, food everywhere. It is the complete opposite of NCR.
Oh, really? You just wander around and you got something to eat?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So like my boy Clockwork, that fool had the best room the entire like tournament because like you go walk outside his door, you could throw a rock at like a fucking convenience store. Like this is the first time I ever had Wawas. That place is godlike.
I always heard about Wawa, but I don't even really know what it is. I only see people singing the praises of it.
Dude, like Wawa is like the MVP. Like for someone who really loves Popeye's chicken, and there's like a Popeye's across the street from the venue, Wawa's is like the Kobe Bryant of fucking like entire fucking experience.
Oh man!
I mean, I feel you on that, dude. Because Wallace definitely saved my life a number of times down there, and like, there's always like some people down there doing some shit in Wallace too. Like, Like I fucking ran into Ski Sonic when he was drunk as fuck, and he like dropped his sandwich all over the floor.
Oh man, you can't drop the sandwich.
He dropped the sandwich, and he didn't have money to pay for it. So he looks at me like, "Hell pockets, help a brother out." I'm like, oh my god, dude! You gotta pay for your dirt sandwich, man. Come on.
Oh man, that's got extra protein on it. Now, don't worry.
Dude, it's extra fortified with minerals. We're good.
Oh man.
Is it sea minerals?
Well, it's Florida, so there's probably plenty all over.
Yeah,
the place.
probably.
Yeah, why not?
Shit. No, but yeah, Wawa's magical, man.
Yeah, but yeah, like food is still everywhere. Like Wawa is like the closest thing, but like I walked to a Walgreens on like there's a Walgreens near us, there's a Starbucks near us. Like Walgreens is 24 hours, and then there's a bunch of like actual like sit down restaurants like within walking distance. It's like so good when it comes to like food selection around here. Yeah, like I think CEO Taco catering to the anime community, like that's population. I believe like this venue is like super perfect for like this for us at least.
So I've said it before, and seriously, like I hope someone maybe holds me accountable, but also not. I am definitely thinking about Bootlegger Central getting seriously Popeye catering, like, but
don't say that out loud, man. What are you doing?
The issue I have with that is that like
that's gonna get
I don't
blown
have
up so
100
quick, man.
in my 5 rooms.
yeah, dude, like
Okay.
you're gonna have to have just a room just for the Popeyes, like.
Catering room.
No, Daryl, were you just saying you don't have enough people?
Like I'm about to get like a lot of people like just be like knocking on my door, but like, yo, where the Popeyes at?
Yeah, man. You
Who the hell are you?
You about to get like K-Brad up there, like, yo, dog, I love anime.
Look, so there are 2 things you could do. All right. One thing is you can have Hellpox and I wash the door. You just pay us in chicken.
Yeah, that'd be great.
The other thing
Chicken and beer.
is Hellpox and I will finish all the chicken anyway.
Yeah.
And all the beer.
So
I have a better plan. Like if I don't know you and you knock on my door at like NorCal Regionals and you don't have anybody co-sign you, you're gonna have to like play LeBron at like Neo Wave. Earn the right to stay here.
I give his idea better.
If you want to come up and get Popeyes and you don't come through with the gang of Tanqueray, you ain't in.
Yeah.
Man, you guys need like a wheel of poverty where it's like you got to play different people at really awful games.
Yeah, like we need some defenders of the door where just like you think you're sick and you want to come in here and get into some of this shit. All right, spin the wheel. All right, you gotta play someone at Bang Bead. Fucking, I hope you're hella good at this shit.
Oh, I could actually play that game. That game's dope.
Yeah, I can play Big Bang Beat. I'm good.
No, not Big Bang Beat.
Like,
Bang Beat.
Oh, I thought you said Big Bang Beat, man. Damn it.
You like playing some Pong?
Got my
look,
hopes up,
Daryl,
man.
throw up Mark of the Wolves and throw up Breakers on that shit.
Yeah,
You
for
gotta
sure,
throw
dude.
Nerd Josh at Tournament Fighters.
You gotta beat Hanzo Gonzo at Breaker's Revenge if you want to come in. The secret is Pit Condor.
Why are you doing that? You don't tell people how to beat them.
He'll
figure out
still kick
themselves.
their ass. He'll still kick their ass.
We
Or
tell him to go
he'll still
play Condor and then tell Hanzo to be like, if this fool plays Condor, just play fucking Sizo.
Oh, he's gonna race out the gate, man.
No, see, you don't understand. Hanzo Gonzo says Condor is broken. He cannot fight Condor.
Hondo.
He really cannot beat Condor for whatever reason.
Because he jumps. He loves
So if
jumping.
you're a Condor player, one of us will play. Someone else.
You play
Like-
Condor, I'll play Rilla. There you go.
Yeah.
Make it easy.
Like real talk, like with the Condor matchup, since I play show, like I actually gotta think about that stuff. But if you gotta think in breakers, like you're doing way too much work. So I just counterpick Sizo and be like, yeah, this feels about right.
I only play Sizo. It's
My
cool, man.
favorite character sucks.
Yeah. he does.
Welcome to my world.
My main character is bad. I need to learn Tia better.
The character I play is bad, but I still win.
This is
How
me in
long
every
kicks
anime
ass?
game I play.
How long kicks ass though? I don't care. He has a move for every situation. You just got to make sure that you recognize the situation and hit the right move.
Is that one really that bad?
Oh yeah, he's bad.
Damn.
He's like
I feel like his jump D is just really good.
he's in the bottom half. His jump B is good, but he's in the bottom half still.
Yeah.
Ryla, Condor, Tia, Sho, and Saizo are all better than him in like kind of bad. The only thing that's crazy about him is that while his normals are really stubby, they feel really strong. Like against fucking Ryla, her crouch C and shit, I can actually counter poke him with Taolong without worrying. Like I can straight up beat him without trading. But they're so short that I have to fucking anticipate what's going on.
Look, none of these characters are Alcyon, okay?
Alcyon sucks, but
that's what I'm saying.
He sucks, but at least he's better than Maharo. Well, I guess that's subjective. Depends on the matchup, I guess. Because his supers are trash. At least you have Kata.
Only a little bit.
So I wanted to bring something up, and now here's the fun part. It's about the commentary at CEO Otaku. But here's the funner part. It's not about what was said on commentary or anything. I don't. My opinions on commentary at CEO Otaku don't matter. I didn't like it. Whatever. This is a more pressing issue. So the commentators, they were sitting on that couch or the bed, right?
Yeah.
And they were doing that. Yeah, they were doing that. That's cool. Whatever. Yeah. There was definitely this guy wearing these shorts that rode up like all the way to his junk.
Whoa.
And he was just chilling. I'm like, man, they're allowing this? This is a thing? And this guy could have said trip guard a billion times, and I still would have been more upset about those shorts. Why are you wearing shorts on commentary? Goddamn. Fix that shit.
No, I know the dude you're talking about too. I was just like, wow, that guy's like really like lounging out there too.
I like the nicknames people were giving him. I'm not going to repeat the nicknames, but it really.
He wears shorts.
Yeah, right. And on top of to make it even worse, he didn't have good legs. It makes it even worse.
Hey man, it was hot in there.
See, I will say this about commentary. Like being at the venue, like obviously I didn't listen to all the commentary stuff, but like I was actually like assigned commentary duty for like the smaller anime games.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, like, I feel like the 2-man commentary standard is so ingrained. Like, dude, can you name me one other dude who can like help me out doing like Nitro Plus Blasters commentary? Like, I got this one dude who just like rose his hand, and be like, "Yo, I want to do commentary." He did not do a damn thing about the game. Like,
so he pulled the Wednesday night fights then.
They're like freaking like rub the shoulders of like his friends who were on stage. I was like, dude, like this is so not professional. Like, I wish very screening process.
Like if you have to physically touch me to help out with commentary, like I kind of feel like that's sort of like the problem with the not so major event, as it were. Where people are just like, oh, it's not a major, it's a regional, so it's not really a tournament that you can get paid at working for, so you shouldn't be professional in it because nobody gives a fuck. Like that's a bad method of thought to begin with, right? And I think that just leads to a ton of like downward spiraling trends that end up only hurting the community. Most importantly, it ends up hurting the pool of commentators who are just like, well, I'm not working with these people anymore because they're trash.
Yeah, well, I just want somebody who like, if they want to get on the mic, at least know something about the game. Just don't tell me like, yo, that move looks good. I'm like,
hey, sometimes that works.
I don't know. It's like, I'm just saying, like, if you're just gonna sit there like, just twiddle your thumbs and just like maybe say one or two things like around, I'm like, okay, it better be of substance. You got to know what you're doing. Like, you got to know. You got to be able to analyze something, because I'm really good at play-by-play and hype, but like I'm not a top player, so I don't catch a lot of things. Like, oh man, was that an OS? I don't really know. I could have like, if I had somebody who knows all that kind of stuff, like that'd be the perfect compliment.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's definitely the ideal situation, but there's a lot of times where people are just like, well, I've played the game and I enjoy it, but maybe I don't get that deep into it, but I can understand the flow of it. And sometimes you just want to roll with somebody like that, so at least they won't be like, why is this working,
Yeah.
When you have to explain to somebody why something basic like that works, and you're just like, well, I'm talking to you more than I'm commentating,
Yeah.
Also, this was getting me last night. During Guilty Gear, there was this young man on stage, and he was rather inebriated. I am of the opinion that people like that should be thrown off the stage, especially when they're. What's that?
We're talking about faulty like, giving during the backgrounds.
Yes. No, not that. He was just sitting on commentary.
No, he was just sitting on the commentary.
Yeah, and just like being loud and obnoxious and shit. I'm like, why hasn't anyone thrown this guy off the stage yet? And they're just like, you could see Julian and Ryan just staring at him, like kind of nervously, and like.
You know what? I'm honestly surprised. Real talk. I'm honestly surprised that Julian wasn't the drunk one. He must have been looking at that, going like, "Is that what I look like? Damn."
No, yeah.
I think neither of them wanted to create a situation by like, "Yo, dude, get the hell off the stage." So
no, I know. You need somebody else. That's not the commentator's job. Somebody else needs to do it.
That's what I was going to say. Guys don't realize. What you guys don't realize, that was the spirit of Guilty Gear.
Oh God.
Oh boy. Look, man, we had the spirit of Marvel already.
Was he Batman?
I want to see the spirit of KOF.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I know. It's probably really bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably Dark Geese.
Look, man, we don't do these things around here, okay? We're a respectable show. Don't do this to us, Daryl.
Well, somebody reset the counter.
Oh my God.
Days without an incident.
Oh my God.
Don't worry, I'll make a cover up.
Ninja
So
Dagger.
David Serlin, when is he gonna rebalance playing to win and make playing to win too?
Oh man.
Well, since we've already reset the counter, I'll just say Ninja Dagger. There we go.
Oh
wow.
Dude.
Continuing forward.
Oh, man.
Constructive.
So, where was I? Yeah, don't wear shorts when you're on commentary and it's going to show your legs. And if you're running an event, don't allow drunk people on stage with the commentators. It's your job. Your job to throw them off. Like, they had, I know several people personally who could have just gone up there and taken them off that worked for the event, but no one did anything about it. Maybe they just let it rock. I don't know.
They were probably looking at it from the wrong angle. They're like, man, this is some pretty nice shorts from the back, bro.
But yeah,
I
also,
like this long side. Thank you, Gibby.
Yeah, and then there's also the fact that this guy was in a goddamn Dallas Cowboys jersey, making it even worse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. Don't get me started. Why? We're not even talking about that. Don't even. Let's move on from cowboy talk.
What? Fuck the Cowboys.
I agree with this.
No, we have no reason to talk about the Dallas Cowboys right now.
The Raiders won yesterday.
Yeah, let's talk about the Raiders. They won. A really tough game.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's like, me and you, man.
I saw a couple highlights of fucking Crab Cheese catching passes and like, yeah, I remember the good old days too. Fuck you guys.
What good old days when he was like dropping everything and he was just like, oh man, you better throw it to me because I'm like money for it. Oh no, I dropped the fucking game-winning pass in the NFC Championships again.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Fuck. False hopes is what that man is. False hopes and false
Freaking
promise.
Michael, I told you I was good, Crabtree.
So I also want.
What's up?
I also want to mention something about the otaku. It was like, I also want to mention that Kiame flew out from Japan, took 5 games. Like, won 5 games. The best one being, or like the highlight for me was like, King of Fighters Grand Finals. Was that 3-0?
I believe so.
So if it was a 3-0 Grand Finals, Kiame had to immediately, after doing all the award ceremonies and stuff, he immediately had to hop onto Nitro Plus Grand Finals and then 3-0 his opponent in that game as well.
Wow.
And then I was just like amazed at how can somebody go from one game that's like, this kind of play style and then switch over to another game with a completely different system mechanics, combo mechanics, all kinds of crazy bullcrap.
Because we suck.
And just be so dominant.
They're both anime. All the games are anime.
That's what I'm saying. So fundamentals, baby.
Every game was made by Sunrise.
Yeah. The thing that was getting me about it, people kept saying Goichi's winning again this year. Like he won 4 tournaments. I'm like, wait, Goichi? Really? What the hell did he win? Then they told me he won KOF. Like that's no.
Goichi wasn't even here.
Yeah, I know. I found that out.
He won.
Later.
No, he won Abu Get.
Yeah, I know. But that's different. They were saying he won several tournaments at CEO Otaku.
Oh,
and that's what was getting me. And I was like, okay, this doesn't make any sense to me. I know I don't pay attention to half the shit going on around me these days, but
So
that's definitely not a Goichi right there.
That's not a Goichi. I know my Goichis, and that, sir, is no Goichi.
Mm-hmm.
It's Kame. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, Kame was a very he definitely showed dominance this entire tournament, and maybe even motivated some people to like pick up, King of Fighters and try out like all these goofy ass characters. But for like all the other games, I could see a lot of despair in a bunch of people. Like, it was really bad.
No, man, it's what happens, dude. Like, you get the Japanese tech in there, and they just come in there and dismantle everybody. That's what you guys should have invited Reynolds, man. He would have totally tore him up. With Zarina, she's not getting nerfed.
She'll get a bug fix, maybe.
Yeah, probably get a bug fix, but like the bug is not even the problem, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's the best part. The bug isn't even a problem.
Are we talking about like the EX spin kicks?
Yeah, that's real cute and everything. It's nice, but like that's not what makes her strong. Like,
hell no.
The fact that you make one movement and she hits you with a forward plus beat. It always hits twice. Why?
Oh, so it's easy to confirm into BC mode and you go from there.
Yeah, even if it hits late, it always hits twice, and I'm like, it's not even animating for that. Like, where's the freaking active frames on this shit? It's everywhere. That's where they are. Anyway, I'm done ranting about that. Shout outs to everybody who won CEO Otaku and Rumble in the Tundra and ESL1 and Abu Get Cup, even though they banned Nakaru. Who the hell does that?
And Mars
Abu Get Cup. Sorry if you're a Nakaru player, the bird is banned. That has got to be like, I'm like that is not. It's not my top 10 offenses this year, but that's definitely up there.
You ruined Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving's ruined. What am I supposed to eat now? I'm gonna eat like freaking like Kay's leg.
Where was that?
I'm gonna eat a minute spike.
Japan.
Okay. Yeah, Spooky was streaming it, I believe, or he was working there at least, or he was hanging out there. I don't know. But
all of the above.
All of the above. So, that's the tournament that Goichi won. And they told Goichi that he can't play Nakaru. Not that I even think he plays her anymore anyway, because he won with Loveheart, K.
Loveheart, K, and Mai.
And Mai. And like I said last night, Gibby, the funny thing about all of this is that while SNK is probably patching all these characters that people are complaining about, they're probably not even looking at K.
No, they're patting themselves on the back like, hey, we're glad we made Kid a moderately decent character.
What a great character. He was so bad in the last game. We did a great job, guys. Good job. God.
Did good. All right, everyone. Sushi time. Let's go. Let's get drunk and eat some sushi. Celebrate this here. K Prime.
Oh
K-K. What's his name again? K.
Capostrophe.
K-Apostrophe.
Catastrophe. Oh my God.
Oh shit, we have a question.
We do have a question.
And it's not for Daryl. Shit.
It's for us.
Oh no.
Well, forget y'all then.
Hold on. Daryl,
Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I can pull this up.
Yeah, we'll ask the question. You give your opinion on the question. Tell me when you're ready, Kristen. I'll read it off.
Let me get it up there. Okay, it's from that Red Mage guy, right?
Yes.
The show that sucks refugee. All right, it's going up now. Go for it.
Wow. He asked, do you feel people are being lazy about matchup knowledge in King of Fighters 14 right now? He heard Hell Pockets and I talking about some of this last night. So, Daryl?
I mean, personally, I'm very lazy with matchup knowledge. I don't know if there's a viable guide for King of Fighters, and that's how I learn matchups, like just reading about stuff instead of actually watching stuff. So I'm not sure if there's a really good written guides for a bunch of characters. If there was like a wiki, I think that would help people with learning matchups. But right now, I'm super lazy, so I'm inclined to agree with this.
Frame data.
Hell Pockets?
I just said it. Frame data. That would definitely go a long way towards helping people learn matchups. At least knowing what they can and can't do with the characters that they may choose to play, or the ones that they end up playing against a lot. Right now, like I keep saying, there is a lot of swinging around in the dark. and it's not helping anybody to be unable to confirm whether or not something is working because it's supposed to, or just because somebody just sucks at inputting it. As you and I know, Gibby, it often happens because you suck at inputting it, or the game sucks at reading the input. That's also an issue. That is also a very real issue.
Yep.
So I gotta say that it's a mix. It's a mix of people just not knowing, but I can't say that they're lazy because a lot of the information just isn't available to them. And it's coming. It's getting better. They just updated the fan-made frame data chart from Orochimaru. You can check that out on a Google store, King of Data, I believe it's called. And
Okay.
yeah, you know, and I mean, it's all we. I forgot to turn off the damn intro again.
Told you. See, the die doesn't lie. Goddamn it.
Anyway, so we're getting there. I do still maintain that SNK needs to provide us this information, especially in light of the fact that they want us to compete in a professional tour circuit. We can't go into this not knowing these things, not only as competitors, but as commentators, analysts, people that want to sell the game to people who want to know what they're doing the day they get in there. You know, they don't want to worry about frame data as much as they want to worry about meta, footsies, you know, just overall strategy, and they need to know what moves they can use to accomplish that. So, plus it just goes a long way to just making you comfortable with the game. So until that's available, I can't say that people are being lazy with matchup knowledge. I can say that they're definitely not taking advantage of some of the stuff that's out there if they're banning Nakaruru, because there's definitely answers to her, but there's nothing set in stone. Especially in light of an upcoming patch. So,
Speaking of, quickly, I just wanted to correct Chris because he got it wrong. Abuget Cup was in Jakarta, Indonesia.
Oh, that's where it was. I didn't think it was in
Oh,
Japan.
I said it was Japan.
I know it was like Indo FGC or something like that. So I can't remember why I heard that though.
Yo, Chris, clarification. So there is a phone app that I can download that shows me like frame data and stuff, right? For King Fighters.
There is a phone data. There is a phone app called King of Data that can show you limited frame data. It's very much in the beta stage
right now for people.
It is very much in the beta stage right now. So if you want to be a beta tester, you can sign up on orochinagi.com, or you can just go and download it and
King of Data. This is rare.
Never mind the UI.
Oh wow, yeah, this is bad.
Yeah, because like the Guilty Gear.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, like the Guilty Gear community, we have a similar app that we use for like Exert and even like Unil and I think VB called on Gunframe.
Yeah,
Gunframe. That shit is really good.
It actually uses the way that the charts are laid out. It's a lot like Gunframe, so it was pretty much familiar to me. But a lot of the information is just straight up missing. So, you know, we're still in that stages of like, you know, just kind of learning stuff as we go along. And like, I won't say that there's definitely not some kind of, you know, magical journey involved with like, you know, learning stuff and characters and you know in a game. But at the same time, you know, when you put money on the line and you want people to be called pro players and you want them to compete and help promote your game, you want them to put the best product forward. You don't want somebody doing stuff just because they think it works or just to be doing stuff, you know? So SNK has to really help itself out here, and they're only hurting themselves by holding it back.
I see similarities with the modern Pokemon meta. Like, especially last generation where you have like mega evolutions and stuff like that for certain Pokemon, like it just made certain Pokemon like really overpowered. So like every other week or so you see like a mega evolution or like an OU Pokemon just get sent to the ban list, and it just made all the those Pokemon would like keep other like problem Pokemon in check. Without those checks and balances, like those minor problems became major problems. So when you cut off the head of like one snake, like another one pops up, like what's that, a Hydra?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't want to see that happen to like fighting games. That'd be no bueno.
With what you were saying, Hellpog, because I agree with you to an extent. It is partially on SNK to help provide data, but at the same time, it's up to the players to figure stuff out. And the whole matchup knowledge thing, yeah, that's not really being figured out very well. Most people are looking to the older players, the top players, whatever, for matchup knowledge, and that's not the smartest idea. If you look at all, say, like, the anti-Naku stuff that came out. Look at all the people who posted it. Most of them aren't KOF players.
Mhm.
They aren't like historically KOF players. They aren't old KOF players. They're new. The majority of stuff that's been found for this game are new players, and I like that because if you watch a lot of the old players play, including myself, we just play this like it's an old KOF game, and we just go in, we just like charge in head first and do typical shit. Most of us don't learn the matchups. A lot of the new players are learning the matchups and they're breaking shit down, and that's good because historically a lot of the KOF players never did this, and when some of us did do it back in the day, like no one appreciated it and it was hard to find. Now there's Twitter, there's Facebook, there's YouTube. You guys have like so many venues to do this. If you have anything, just put it up and have people spread the word.
Yes,
it'll be
please.
easier that way because
Oh,
go on.
can I also mention there's a website that's like really new. I'm not sure if anybody has heard about it. It's called burningmeter.com. It was started by my friend on Anime Evo. His name is Bill. He's the TO for Arcana. He wanted to use that. He wanted to make a site to like document all kinds of like tech that's found on Twitter, like Evernotes and Google Docs and stuff, so they don't actually get lost in the void. Like, so he's trying to do it for like any game that has tech. So if you have anything that's like written down, like notes and stuff like that, please try to like save the link onto burningmeter.com.
Okay. So yeah, it's spelled exactly how it sounds. I know the exact website you're talking about. I want to talk to you about this after the show. Anything you find, any resources, just spread the word, get it out there. It'll be great because the KOF community has been historically bad, especially the older players at getting stuff out. And once again, if you look at say the characters all the KOF players are using, it's just traditional KOF characters. Like no one's really using.
Yeah, that's like
most
actually
aren't using new characters, and that's one of the reasons why Reynold is doing really well. That's like Akame used Verse. No one knew how to deal with Verse.
Nope.
It's like, oh hey, you roll back, I grab you, but then bring you and beat the shit out of you. Like, well,
and
no one knew what to do about that.
He's not even that scary, but people were just second guessing themselves because he's just such a weird ass character. And that actually leads into another question, if you want to handle it, where James Reiki Keto from NorCal asked if the current character diversity is healthy and how does SDR feel it started. How should the community address in expanding it? And that's kind of something we just kind of started with discussing is, people are playing with characters they feel kind of comfortable with in a system that they may or may not feel that comfortable with. I personally feel that it's, like you said, it's detrimental to them in the long run. It's also detrimental to the entire scene because a lot of people who come in here new are probably not going to want to play the old characters. They're going to want to play these new characters, but they're also going to have to learn this new system surrounding that. And that's just basically starting at the bottom of the hill,
Yeah. Also, I'm happy someone brought this up in chat. Verse, aka the Black Dot. Once again, that image is shit. Please, I hate that everyone retweeted it. Daryl, you were gonna say something?
I was just gonna say Black Dot equals don't. I find that ironic after this weekend.
Maybe that don't meant please don't play him because he's really good and you're just gonna make everybody hate you.
Oh.
It's possible, it's not like it's too out of the ordinary.
Speaking of Reiki sent me this link for a survey, KOF 14 survey. Take it, fill it out, give information. He's compiling data. And where is the chat here? I'm sorry, I'm not giving very much information on it. I did it like the day he sent it to me. I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot what's on here. But it's basically trying to figure out like how the community feels about KOF 14 as a whole, the scene, what can be changed, what can be improved, what you don't like, stuff like that. So take it, he'll fill it out, and then he compiles stuff and shows it to people, and we can see how great of a community we great, how good of a how decent of a community we are.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm having fun with it. But yeah, take it and like help him out. He's trying to compile the data. He's done a lot of work with this, and if I remember right, he did one like way back when for KOF 13.
Mm-hmm.
I remember taking that one. I don't know. Yeah, go do it. It's helpful, beneficial.
It doesn't hurt. That's for damn sure. I mean, that's good. I know that obviously KOF 14 got a different start than most new games. But at the same time, I want to say this. KOF 13 also had a very rocky start in its tournament career. It wasn't accepted in most places. It was mainly played at events that were run by the KOF community, like locals, weeklies, and whatnot. I don't think that it even got included in as an actual tournament until console came out, and even then, that was mostly because SoCal Regionals was embracing it, NorCal Regionals embraced it because of Haunts, but it could have very easily not been in on it, I think, because
it's not so much that, it's just it didn't get embraced until console because no one had the goddamn arcade board.
Well, I mean, like, nobody was really even watching it either. Nobody was really even watching it. Like, I remember, like, it wasn't until, I would say, EVO that people started actually saying that, wow, this game looks awesome. Before that, people were just like, what is this? Oh, or they love KOF, A lot of people
I mean, we can also talk about how arcade was the ride and show.
Yeah, that's what I was going to bring up. It was just Ride and K Liz. That's it. Like, it was
with maybe some cool sprinkled in.
Yeah, EX race spin, baby.
Well, even so with all that
bland shit.
Jeez, yeah. Even so with all that stuff, it was just like it didn't have the best start. Even when NorCal and SoCal started playing it, and yeah, it was an availability issue, but people knew the game was out, And
well, they knew the game was out. A lot of people didn't focus on it because they couldn't play it.
Right.
It's just like Tekken 7 right now. A lot of people know it's out. They can't play it, so they're not bothering like watching videos or doing anything for it because they can't touch it.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. So that's just the issue. But the thing is, when 13 came out in console, it's still kind of just like we obviously had 2012 with Evo with the shirt boom, but for the most part, like, it just kind of, a lot of people just weren't willing to go all in on it, So I don't think people need to get discouraged. Is basically what I'm getting at. If they feel like this game isn't getting the kind of respect that they feel it deserves, which is BS. It's getting all the respect that it deserves. As long as you're playing the game and you love it, that's all it deserves. Don't worry about it. Don't fight for spots. People are gonna give you your chance if the game gets the numbers, and that means you got to show up. If you don't show up, then of course people are gonna start thinking that it doesn't worth it.
It got 124 people at CEO.
Exactly.
CEO Otaku.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's pretty respectable.
I think it's great. I think every tournament that is included it has had great numbers that were exclusive to it. So I mean, I'm not worried. I could see this going on for another couple of years.
So, anyway, that about runs us out of time.
I have a question, though, real quick. Daryl, do you have anything to promote?
Not at this moment. Sorry, guys.
Not even for next week?
He's eating stuff.
Yeah. So, like, I'm not sure what your audience is like in terms of like global spread, but I do run locals in my nearby area of the part of NorCal that is farmland instead of Bay Area. So yeah, if you're in that area of Stockton, Lodi, Modesto,
East Bay too. I go up. Some other guy from East Bay too.
Yeah, East Bay. I host a tournament. I host a Street Fighter / King of Fighters 14 tournament. So no anime, but if you want more details, make sure to follow me on Daryl Bunau on Twitter. I have the information on my pin tweet. So yeah, if you're looking to get some Street Fighter or King of Fighters play in that area, then swing by, say hi. My tournaments are ran really clean, usually end really quickly, allowing a lot of time for casuals at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, we got two questions for next week. Okay, cool.
We'd like to thank Daryl for coming on this week and talking about CEO Otaku. It's kind of cool to hear always fun to hear personal experiences from an event. We didn't even get to talk about PlayStation Experience and CPT Finals or the Guilty Gear patch that came out.
Or TwitchCon.
Yeah.
Or Treta.
So we'll have stuff to talk about with that stuff next week.
Mm-hmm.
So from everybody here at Super Desperation Radio, good night and good luck.